Namaste. I'm Alkanandamar, Ayurvedic doctor and principal of Alandi Ayurveda Gurukula, an Ayurveda school in Boulder, Colorado. With my 70th birthday just around the corner, I've decided to do a short series on longevity, a matter of some interest at my age. The word Ayurveda is a compound of two words, Ayush and Veda. Veda means science, and Ayush means long and healthy life. So while Ayurveda offers treatment for all kinds of ailments, primacy is given to rasayana, the art of rejuvenation leading to longevity. Although rasayana commences at birth, special importance is given to the years from 40 to 60, known as parihani, or over the hill. These are the years when we first become aware of our aging process. They're also the crucial years for laying a foundation for a healthy old age. Once the subsequent stage of life, jara, or old age, begins in earnest, our dhatus, our bodily tissues, begin a process of diminution or deterioration. It's no longer very easy to build our dhatus up, as they're more resistant. During the parihani years, we want to build healthy dhatus and set ourselves up well for our elder years. We do this by concentrating on diet, lifestyle, and special herbs. What happens to the body in the parihani period? For women, this is a very crucial time when we begin to notice hormonal changes, and then, somewhere in the middle of the parihani years, go through our menopause. We may also begin to have changes in our bone health. Menopause may seem cataclysmic at the time, but many women report experiencing PMZ, or postmenopausal zest. I, for one, a term coined by anthropologist Margaret Mead. Now our energy is no longer drained by our menstrual cycle, we may experience a new lease of life. Ayurvedic guidance on rasayana can help us make the most of this special time, when many of us feel more empowered to make a difference in the world. For men, the changes, though not as dramatic, are no less important. By age 40, up to 40% of men begin to notice a decline in their sexual functioning, and this percentage increases throughout the parihani years. Men may also become aware of lower urinary tract symptoms, signaling an enlarging prostate. The issue of men's sexual health in their older years is so important that there's a whole branch of Ayurveda, Vajikarana, devoted to supporting virility for older men. Thinking first about diet, now that you're over the hill, your metabolism begins to slow, and it's all too easy to gain weight, especially with all the hormonal changes taking place. You don't have the same license to get away with living on beer, pizza, and donuts that you had when you were in college. It's time to focus on nutrient-dense foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts and seeds, fish, and organic dairy products. Not that you can't have pizza once in a while, but don't let the exception become the rule. Another way that unwanted pounds can creep on and digestive power can slowly be eroded is eating your main meal at night. It may be challenging with your job, but try to have your main meal at lunchtime most days and a lighter meal, like some soup or khichdi, in the evening. Thinking more about lifestyle. During the years from 40 to 60, we often have stressful or challenging jobs as we're at the top of our career. And all too often, our work is sedentary. Yet studies have suggested that prolonged sitting is an independent risk factor for all-cause mortality. Literally, sitting kills. You might want to try a standing desk or a walking desk, or at least break up your sitting time. On a separate but related note, they're separate issues. Sitting time and exercise. The sitting alone is a risk factor. But on a related note, the exercise you take during your parihani years will have a major effect on your brain health in your elder years. Try to keep a good exercise plan, including yoga and outdoor activities. While going to the gym may be helpful, in Ayurveda there's an emphasis on fresh air and sunlight as well as getting physical activity. And time spent in nature is a rasayana in its own right. Within reason, the better your exercise and fitness during this period of life, the better your brain and body will be during old age. Another thing you want to consider during these decades is your use of substances that are harmful to your health. A half glass of wine on the weekend, or a toke or some cannabis edibles on special occasions may enhance your overall enjoyment of life. But daily or frequent use of alcohol, cannabis, or recreational drugs will have a negative effect on your longevity and cognitive functioning. Releasing these injurious habits is a key to a healthy old age and a long and enjoyable life. And thinking about herbs in these parihani years, Ayurvedic herbs can provide tremendous support during your parihani time. If you're being troubled with blood sugar imbalances, menopause symptoms, or lower urinary tract issues like urgency or nocturnal urination, an Ayurvedic doctor can create a herbal formula tailored to your needs. If erectile dysfunction or waning virility is a concern, a practitioner can start you on a Vajikarana program. You might also want to look into doing panchakarma, the Ayurvedic cleansing process, which is a prelude to embarking on rasayana, or rejuvenation. And on a self-care basis, herbs such as turmeric, tulsi, and triphala have wonderful antioxidant properties to support your midlife health. And don't forget, the best rasayana of all is altruism. While you may be taking the opportunity to support your health for your old age, remember, rasayana begins from birth on, even in the mother's womb, thinking of all the children who don't get good nutrition in their early childhood, in their mother's womb, who don't get education, who don't get opportunities. Everything you can do to support the well-being of others will really have a fantastic effect on your well-being. And most of all, remember to make slow, steady, sustainable changes. The Ayurvedic texts state that bad habits should be abandoned gradually and good habits adopted gradually. And when you find yourself slipping back into your old ways, don't beat up on yourself. Just pick yourself up and start over. Try to have a good diet and lifestyle in place to the best of your ability as you enter your elder years. Old people often become set in their ways, so your midlife years present a special opportunity to make supportive changes and growth. That's it for now. See you next week. Namaste.